Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video we're going to look at arrays in C programming. Now let's look at an example why we are using arrays. Okay, first of all, I'm going to declare an integer type of variable. Let's say call this one x, and I'm equalizing this one to a number. For example, x is equal to 5, and also I'm assigning another number for this variable, x is equal to 10. Now I'm going to print and see what is the number we are going to get finally. So printf statement, in this one we are going to see what is the number we are getting, %d, and the variable name is x. Okay, now let's go ahead and run this one, and here you can see we are getting 10. It's because each time we assign a number for this variable, it's going to change for the new number. That's why we need arrays, because we cannot store multiple numbers in the same variable. If we are using like this, we have to assign a different variable. For example, if I assign y, it's gonna come out like it's going to print both of them. I have to put %, for example, let's say y, and I have to put x comma y here, and also I have to put %d twice, and then I have to put x comma y. So in this way we can print both of them, 5 and 10. But if we use array, we can do the same thing for in one variable. We can do the same thing. For example, let's look at an example. Let's say we want to get 5 students marks and calculate the average. The first there are two things you can do. You can assign 5 variables and get the input, or you can store the input and print the average, or you can store 5 marks in one variable and use an array and store 5 numbers in one variable. Okay, now that's what we are going to do. Let's look at the example where we are going to get 5 marks from the user and print out the average. Okay, we are going to store all of them in the same variable. Now in order to do that, let's get rid of this one. So here, in order to do this thing, I'm going to create an integer type of variable, create sum, for example I and average, and also I'm going to declare sum, and I set sum is equal to 0. And the next thing is we are going to create an array. In this one, integer marks, and the marks, the maximum should be 100, so we are going to store 100 right here. It can be stored 100 marks, that's why we put array and 100 inside. And the next thing is we are going to create a for loop, because we have to get the input from the user 5 times. So we have to repeat this one 5 times. So we create a for loop there for that one. In the for loop, we can start with 0, or you can start with 1, whatever you want, and make sure it runs 5 times. In order to run 5 times, you have to create less than or equal to 5. Okay, less than or equal to 5, and I++ increment by 1 each time. And then now we have to give a prompt to the user to enter the marks. So printf, in this printf statement, we are going to ask the user to enter number. So let's put a \n, because each time it repeats, it has to go to the new line. So enter the marks. Okay, so here it's going to ask the user to enter the marks, and the user is going to enter the marks right here. And to get the input from the user, we have to give a scanf statement. In this scanf statement, since this is an integer type of variable, we put %d. The number has to be stored somewhere. That's why we assigned this marks variable, because the user is going to enter the marks. It has to store the marks in the marks. So we have to put %marks and I right here. Okay. So this is our scanf statement, and then we have to calculate the sum. Sum is equal to sum plus, initially we set the sum to 0, so each time it's going to add up and calculate the sum. Sum plus marks, I. Okay, so this is this one, and that's it. Now we have to create an equation to calculate the average. Average is, since we are entering 5 marks, we have to divide the sum by 5. So average is equal to sum divided by 5. Now the next thing is we have to print out the average. Printf statement \n and then average %d, and average is stored in avg. So we have to put avg right here, and that's it. Now let's go ahead and run this one. So first it's asking enter the marks. Let's put some random numbers: 78, 89, 75, 76, 98 and 43. Okay, the average is 76, and that's how we do that. That's the useful of array. You can declare more than one values for the same variable using arrays. Okay, I hope this helps. Thanks for watching, and if you are trying to learn C or C++ programming, there are a bunch of videos in my playlist. And also if you are trying to access these codes, it's in my blogger. I put the link of my blogger in the description, so you can go ahead and access them. And don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.